Welcome to South Africa, Botswana and Zimbabwe. 3 countries connected by a railway built by a controversial British colonialist. Cecil Rhodes came to South Africa at the age of 17, made a fortune from diamonds, built a huge railway and laid the foundation for apartheid. Come on then. I'm going to try to follow Cecil Rhodes' railway from Cape Town to the Victoria Falls. I'll be starting in style. Extreme luxury. But things will inevitably go downhill. So bouncy, this train. As I try to find out what this railway means to these countries today. Look at all this, no service, no service, no service. 1,500 miles, 3 countries, 5 trains, and one of the great natural wonders of the world. This is a railway built of blood, sweat and diamonds. And it's just incredible. Cape Town, South Africa, one of my favourite cities in the world. Set against the famous Table Mountain, this area was once ruled by the Dutch before being taken over by the British in the early 19th century. But for a long time it was little more than a stopping-off point on the way to India. The fortunes of South Africa changed completely in the 1860s, when they found huge reserves of diamonds about 600 miles north from here. Word got out and people came from all over the world to try and seek their fortune. They arrived here by boat and made their way north. And the diamonds made possible the railway I'm about to travel on. I'm really looking forward to this. This is called the Blue Train. It's been running since the 1920s. It's supposed to be one of the most luxurious trains in the world, and it's got its own private lounge, a whole sort of VIP area. If I can find it. Now, I want Blue Train. Oh, I'm in the wrong station. It's supposed to be all really smart area. I absolutely don't want to miss it. Blue Train, this way. Blue Train. This is not a good start. This is not quite the elegant luxury we thought we were going to get. Hang on. Blue Train. Morning. This is the Blue Train.
Yes, welcome to Blue
Oh, good.
Train.
I got really lost. No time for the VIP lounge, but I've made the train.
All right, thank you very much.
Nice carpet.
Yeah, nice. Very actually going this way.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, we're going.
Yeah.
We're off.
Hey.
Oh, look at this. This is nicer than my home.
All right.
Splendid. Oh, I think I might enjoy this. Yeah. 8:30 in the morning, and my journey from Cape Town to the Victoria Falls has begun. We're heading north. Over the next 8 days, I'm hoping to travel 1,500 miles through South Africa, Botswana and Zimbabwe. Today, the Blue Train is taking me halfway across South Africa to the diamond mines of Kimberly. From there, I'll follow Rhodes' railway into Botswana and to its capital, Gaborone. Then I'll travel further north, entering Zimbabwe to catch my final train to the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Just a bit of a nose around. Just have a look at this. If you look up there, you can see Table Mountain, which is very much the symbol of Cape Town. This is my type of extreme railway journey. This is more like it. You see, when I agreed to do these shows several years ago now, I thought this is how I'll be living. Beautiful, luxurious travel. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. But all I've done now, year after year, is a load of disgusting, broken down, knackered, evil smelling old trains all around the world. But this is more like befits a man of my caliber. Extreme luxury. The Blue Train is basically a five-star hotel on wheels. Its luxurious origins stretch back 100 years to when South Africa was bursting with wealth from gold and diamonds. And there was one man from Hertfordshire who ended up owning lots of diamonds and building lots of railways. Without this man, this railway line would simply never have been built. Cecil Rhodes was sent out here as a teenager with poor health. He went on to become one of the most rich and powerful men in the whole of South Africa. From an early age, Rhodes was driven by a desire to spread British rule across Africa using railways. But his legacy here was a racially divided country. This is quite bizarre. Everybody around me pouring champagne down their necks. It is probably the most luxurious train I think that I've ever travelled on. And yet out there are the townships, and that is still where a very large percentage of South Africans live. And if you look at it, it's pretty bleak and pretty meagre. Over 10 million people in this country live in townships, many of which don't even have running water. While on the Blue Train, all you really need worry about is dressing for dinner. But South Africa has long been a country of the haves and have-nots. This evening, I have a dinner date with writer Nicole Biondi, who can tell me what it was like growing up in South Africa during apartheid. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
You look very nice, if I may say so. Now, you would be coloured?
Yes. In those days, there were 4 distinctions. You were either black, coloured, Indian, or white. So they did a particular test called the pencil test. Now, usually I have really curly hair.
Yeah.
And to determine whether or not you were in fact coloured, the government would stick a pencil in your hair, make you shake your head. And if the pencil fell out, you could be declared white.
This is almost like witch ducking.
Exactly. Even in trains, there were divisions, and they had signs outside the trains, and the signs said net blancus, and that means only white people. And then there was another compartment for people of colour, right at the back in 3rd class, and that's where we could sit.
So what happened?
Well, Mandela happened.
Mandela?
Yes.
Can I talk to you a bit about Cecil Rhodes? Do you see him as a great man or a monster?
Oh, it's a difficult question. The way I see him is a man who had incredible drive and incredible tenacity, and those are things that I admire in individuals. What I can't admire in Rhodes is the fact that he truly believed that the Anglo-Saxon race was superior to any other race. He passed this particular act in Parliament called the Glen Grey Act. It was the precursor to apartheid. It was the precursor to me having to live in an area of Cape Town that was substandard to where white people moved. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, but apart from that, what pissed you off? Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm settling in rather nicely to life on this lovely train, but things are about to take a turn for the worse. Day 2 in southern Africa. It's 3 a.m. and everyone on the Blue Train is fast asleep.
Good morning, Mr. Tarrant.
Except me. I am so tired. So I've been thrown out of my nice, warm, fluffy Blue Train bed to get onto a pitch black, cold railway station, because this is Kimberley. Now, this is the place where Cecil Rhodes made his fortune, and without him, this station just wouldn't exist. Somewhere in this dusty old colonial town, there should be a diamond mine. Apparently, quite a big one. When the diamond mines were in full swing, they were way over there. So when the workers wanted to get to work at the end of the 19th century, they used to go from the centre of the city by tram. The mining's pretty much finished, but the tram still runs. A 150 years ago, this whole area was farmland. In 1871, diamonds were discovered on a farm owned by two brothers called De Beers, and the digging began. Great, thank you. Thanks very much. Quite a lot of digging. So somewhere around here are the remains of the old Kimberly Diamond Mines. Just look at this. Oh, look at that. This giant hole is all that's left of the volcanic pipe that carried thousands of diamonds from deep inside the earth up to the surface. Oh, yeah. It's over 200 meters deep. It produced more than 3,000 kilos of diamonds. It's hard to imagine all this. At one point, there were 50,000 men digging for diamonds down there. And one man made more out of that than anyone else, Cecil Rhodes. Rhodes was only 18 when he arrived here. But within a few years, he'd made an absolute fortune. Hundreds of millions of pounds in today's money. And some of the diamonds are still here. This is the world's largest collection of rough, uncut diamonds. And this is the world's largest octahedral diamond. Just pop that in the pocket, take it home to her indoors, and it'll be ever so popular. Actually, it's not. It's a fake, it's a copy. But this is the world's largest octahedral diamond, 616 carats. And they won't even begin to tell me how much it's worth, but it'll be ever such a lot. In 1888, Rhodes founded the De Beers Mining Company, named after the brothers who had been obliged to sell their farm for about £6,000. And his workforce enjoyed even fewer of the spoils. It's pretty obvious that Cecil Rhodes and a lot of others like him made absolute fortunes from the diamonds inside rocks like that. But the tens of thousands that compiled the workforce that broke the rocks day after day after day were nearly all black, and hardly any of them made anything at all. The black miners were treated like slaves and criminals and forced to live in jail-like compounds. Apartheid was beginning. But Rhodes did do something for the people. He built a gentleman's club, whites only, of course. This is my kip for tonight. It's rather elegant, isn't it? This is the club that Cecil Rhodes used whenever he was in Kimberley. Gin and tonic, please. It wasn't a term they'd have used at the time, but Cecil Rhodes was certainly a white supremacist. At the age of 24, he said, "I contend that we are the finest race in the world, and that the more of the world we inhabit, the better it is for the human race." In 1890, Rhodes became Prime Minister of the Cape Colony. Then, here in Kimberley, he unveiled a mind-bogglingly ambitious plan to extend white British rule across the whole of Africa. This is great. This is the actual map that Cecil Rhodes used here in Kimberley to present his ultimate plan to his peers, potential backers, politicians. He wanted to build a railway from Cape Town here all the way up to Cairo up here. You can just make out his actual pencil markings as he goes all the way up. It's quite a grand scale, but that's the route that we're hoping to take. And this whole dream was only possible because of the vast wealth that came from the diamonds. When speculators predicted massive gold reserves hundreds of miles further north, Rhodes got the backing he needed for the next stage of his railway up through what is now Botswana. That's where I'm headed next. But there are no trains I can take on this stretch of line. That's the bit of railway we really wanted to be on. I'm heading 274 miles north to the border with Botswana and the town of Labatsi. From there, I hope to catch a train to the capital, Gaborone. I'm going to be spending the next 2 days with Botswana Railways. They want to show me how Rhodes' 19th century railway is faring in 21st century Botswana. So this rather elegant sign here is for Labatsi station, and we should be able to pull in here and get a ride on a freight train. If that all works, I'll go to the moon in a homemade rocket. All I've been told is turn up at the station. Hello. Hello. Chris from London.
Duchwa.
What's your name?
Duchwa is my name.
Dutoit.
Yes.
All right, cool. Is this the freight train to Gaborone?
To Mafike.
No, I don't want to go to Mafeking. I've just come from Mafeking.
You want to go to Gaborone?
Yes, please.
The freight train to Gaborone is on the other line.
So it's not this one, it's that one over there.
That one over there.
Well, actually, I'm glad because this one started to move. Catching a freight train can be a bit hit and miss. Oh, great. So the train that I want is over there. The train that I don't want is this one that was going that way, is now going that way. And the train I do want is still over there. And by the time this train's gone that way or that way, the one I want over there, there's every chance it'll have gone. And over there, yes. Hello, Gaborone.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Gaborone.
Yeah, Gaborone.
Good, good. Thank you. What a nice man.
Come up here, Chris.
Thank you.
Oh, you can come in, Chris.
Thank you. What's your name?
Habana.
Habana.
Yeah.
It's a bit different to my private cabin on the blue train, but we're on our way. Trying to avoid Botswana's suicidal animals as we go. It's goats.
Yeah, goes there.
Oh, they were nearly splatted. Botswana was partly governed by the British until 1966 and is now celebrating 50 years of independence. It's a very safe, peaceful country now.
Yeah, very peaceful. The democratic, very peaceful.
Fortuitously, just 1 year after it became independent, huge diamond reserves were discovered. Botswana now has one of the fastest growing economies in the world. I'm like king of the train. I'm stopping in the capital for a couple of hours before catching what I'm told is a very special new train this evening. So at last, Gaborone, the capital city. The station is brand new, as you can see it's still being built. For the last 20 years or so, this city has been building and building. It's now a thriving, bustling symbol of modern Botswana. I'm heading to the new Central Business District, which seems like Gaborone's version of Canary Wharf. Everywhere you look, there are construction sites. Because most of the money from Botswana diamonds has been retained in Botswana, it means the country has actually benefited from its own mineral wealth. And some of that diamond money is going into a brand new railway service. Which is great news for me because for the last few years, there have been no passenger trains in Botswana. A sleeper, please, to Mahalipi. This March, they introduced this new overnight service. This is absolutely great. I really didn't expect this. Look at this, Botswana, 50 years of independence, united and proud. And this is a brand new service. And look at these carriages. Absolutely spotless. Oh, really nice. And at precisely 9:25 p.m, we're off. Tonight I'll be taking the BR Express 120 miles north to the town of Mahalapi. Oh, look! Look, there's a little guy. What's his name?
Letabo.
What's it? Letabo?
Yes, happiness.
Is that what it is? Happiness. So why are you travelling overnight?
Yes, because in road transport we do have lots of accidents. So by the train, I think it's safe.
Is driving really dangerous in Botswana at night?
Yeah, it's dangerous. They're all over in the road.
Drivers, they do drink beers.
Yeah.
They do take alcohol, too much alcohol.
So they drink too much beer, they
Yes.
drive badly, there are cows running across the road. You're in the best place on this train, aren't you?
Yeah.
These Botswana colours.
Yes, yes, you can see that you are just...
Proud.
Yeah.
It's good. Thank you very much. Have a nice night. Hope you
Welcome,
get some
my
sleep, little guy. This train is probably not exactly what Rhodes had in mind when he built the railway. Everything Cecil Rhodes did was to further the power and the influence of the white man. So it's very fitting that this new train is for everybody. It's not expensive, it's not exclusive, it's for the people. And it's for all the people of Botswana. It even has a dining car. It's supposed to be the place for Botswanan delicacies. Hello! What's your name?
Beauty.
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 You are a beauty.
Yeah, I'm beauty.
I know. I want one of these. Is it a mawina? Mawina. What is it? It's like a giant donut. What is it?
Fat cakes.
It's a what?
Fat cakes in English.
A fat cake?
Yeah.
A fat cake. Oh, great. How much you want?
250.
That's shocking. That's about 10p. For a fat cake. Mm. It's very nice, but I couldn't actually eat all of this in less than a fortnight. It's a great train, and I think I could get a really good night's sleep. Somehow, though, I just don't think that's going to happen. Halfway across Botswana, I barely had time to shut my eyes when we arrive at my next destination. Oh, well, I got all of about 40 minutes sleep then. At the bonus almost. There's a bit of a pattern developing here, being chucked off trains at 1 o'clock in the morning. Go to a hotel, try and get a few hours sleep, because this is Mahalapi, and it is the home of the Botswana Railways. I was hoping I'd get to go on a safari while I was here, but Botswana Railways have something much more exciting to show me. These are the repair workshops of Botswana Railways. While we whinge at home about leaves on the line, here they have cows on the line, and they can cause a great deal more damage. Stray wildlife is a big problem here, and dealing with the damage keeps these guys extremely busy. Is derailment a regular problem?
Yeah.
What causes that?
At night, it's wild animals being hit by trains, the cows being hit by trains.
Why are the cows such a problem? Won't they just get out of the way, or they just stay there?
I think they are sort of now used to the sound of the locomotive.
So they're not frightened?
They're not frightened.
Cattle are not the only danger. This train hit a truck on a crossing. Being a train driver in Botswana is clearly not for the faint-hearted. Hey, Aoni!
Hello.
Chris, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Are you driving this train?
Yeah.
And this is the other reason for coming to Mahalapi, to meet one of Botswana's first female train drivers. Did you always want to be a train driver?
Actually, I didn't want to. Now I'm enjoying it.
Can I come up?
Yeah, you can come up.
Here we go then, all the way to Francistown. I'm heading 150 miles north to Francistown, where I'll cross into Zimbabwe. What about animals on the line? Are they a real problem?
Yes, definitely.
Have you hit some?
Yes. The goats,
Yeah.
the sheep, but not yet cows.
Yeah. Aoni is one of 8 female drivers who started working this year. What did your mother say when you told her, I'm going to be an engine driver?
She was surprised.
Thrilled, excited?
Yes, excited.
Amazed?
because She told everybody at church.
When you first arrived as one of a very few lady engine drivers, what were the men like? Were they kind of sniffy or what?
Some of them didn't believe we would make it,
Yeah.
but some of them, they're very supportive.
Botswana, I'm told, is still a largely male-dominated society. But compared to many countries, it feels like it is heading in the right direction. This is such a beautiful country. There's such a sense of optimism and hope in Botswana. They've done so much and they're so proud. Sadly, my time in Botswana is coming to an end. Francistown is my last stop. Great.
And now
So
we're
smooth. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And good luck with your career.
Thank you very much.
From here, it's a short drive to Zimbabwe, a country in political turmoil. And to be honest, this is the part of the journey I've been dreading. Just seeing how far we've already travelled. We started off on the blue train. Very nice, back there in Cape Town, seems a long time ago. Then right the way up through Kimberley, through Mafeking, into Botswana, into Gaborone, the capital. And then this morning we're in Francistown. Botswanans have made us so welcome. And this morning we'll go across the border. And I do suspect the people from Robert Mugabe's Zimbabwe will be nothing like as friendly. Just coming up to the Zimbabwean border, which I've really not been looking forward to. We're not allowed to film it at all under any circumstances. But everybody tells me crossing into Zimbabwe with the officialdom is an absolute nightmare. Well, we're in Zimbabwe. We spent 3.5 hours getting our visas in this very long, grey, boring-looking custom hall. Pictures of Robert Mugabe at either end. This, of course, used to be Southern Rhodesia, named after Cecil Rhodes. In the 1890s, there was a small pioneer settlement here that was cut off and under threat from the local Matabele tribe. Determined to save the colony, Rhodes ordered the new line to be built at a phenomenal rate of 1 mile a day. At a cost equivalent to over £250,000 per mile, 2,500 people were employed to build the railway to the town of Bulawayo. So here we are, 4 roadblocks later. This is Bulawayo Station. And inside, a wonderful relic of railway history. Cecil Rhodes' own private railway carriage. It's kind of a 19th century equivalent to having a private jet. This is the bathroom, loo, and I love this. He would have had a bath in that. Can you just imagine? He'd have had his knees under his chin. This, the dining room. You imagine he was sat here making great plans about what they were going to do with the diamonds and the gold, summoning staff on the bells. Just amazing. You have to say, Cecil, he did live it large, didn't he? This carriage was used to carry VIP guests to Bulawayo for a party to celebrate the opening of the railway and the start of white rule in Rhodesia. Even though farming was to produce more wealth than gold, Rhodesia represented all that Rhodes believed in, the spread of white British rule across Africa. My hotel is in a suburb of Bulawayo that looks more like Surrey than Southern Africa. Life for the white minority who ruled Rhodesia until 1980 must have been very nice. Nice houses, nice railways, nice golf clubs, nice weather. Must have been very nice indeed. But for the black majority who lived here, it wasn't very nice at all. So much so that there was an uprising when they threw the white landowners out, particularly the farmers, sometimes forcibly, sometimes violently. Sadly, Zimbabwe hasn't exactly thrived since. It's a very different country to the one Rhodes imagined. It's really quite ironic that although so many white landowners have been kicked out of Zimbabwe, Cecil Rhodes himself is still here. These are the Matapos Hills just outside Bulawayo, and it's his final resting place. These granite rock formations were created over 2 billion years ago. It really is stunning. Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes. Cecil. Cecil, there you are. Oh, what a great spot. Here lie the remains of Cecil John Rhodes. It's a pretty amazing resting place. Look at that. Rhodes came here just 6 years before he died during the Second Matabele War. He immediately fell completely in love with the whole view, the whole place, so much so that he decided he wanted to be buried here. But this is something I find very strange. He quite often used to come up here and lie down for a bit of a practice. Rhodes died a few years later in Cape Town, aged just 48. His funeral was an international event. Despite his death, construction of his railway continued towards newly discovered coal mines and the Victoria Falls. That is my final destination, but the chances of me getting there are not looking great. Like many things in Robert Mugabe's Zimbabwe, the railways seem to be in disarray. Trying to get the overnight Bulawayo to Victoria Falls. But Zimbabwe Railways have been in a terrible state lately. Look at all this, no service, no service, no service. Apparently virtually no trains at all have run for the last 6 months. Lots of apologies, doesn't look too promising at all. But no harm in asking. Hello.
Hello,
is
how are you?
the train running to Victoria Falls?
Yes, we've got a service tonight to Victoria Falls.
Tonight?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do I get a pillow?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that is a nice surprise. Assuming there's actually a train to go with the ticket. Look. In chalk. Vic Falls daily. So that's tonight. 7:30, which is what she said. Platform 4. Platform 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all right. So it's somewhere along here. This platform is 700 metres long. For a long time, they're very proud of it. It was the longest platform in the world. Maybe very long, it's also very dark. I think Mr. Mugabe might not have paid the electricity bill. So that's platform 1. So in theory, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is platform 4 here. There is a train, quite a long train, but there are no lights on it at all. I've got a bad feeling about this. Right, that sounds like an engine and actually a bit of light. Finally, at the very end of what certainly feels like the longest platform in the world, is my train. I don't believe the way they do this numbering. 1078. I'm travelling in a sleeper carriage that dates from the 1950s. So that's C, I want 1078D. She promised me a pillow. Actually, she didn't say bed, did she? She just said pillow. Oh, it's all right, it's all right. Look, pillow. That's obviously where they run the big movie. Little table. Ooh! I hope that's not the loo. Despite my doubts, the train is leaving on time. My final leg is a 14-hour journey through the night to the Victoria Falls. With lots of stops along the way, the train is packed with local people. So bouncy, this train. There is also a bit of a party. This is the, this bit here is the bar. Hello. Ooh. Look, this is great. Yeah, I think some of them have been in the bar rather a long time. Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, and you?
What's your name?
My name is Beggy.
Beggy?
Beggy. B-S-E-K-I.
This is very happy, doesn't it? What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Shake Shake.
What's it called?
Shake Shake.
It looks like milk. Well, it's definitely not milk, is it?
No, it's just nearly, but it's not yet.
Everyone here is drinking a Zimbabwean maize-based beer sold in milk cartons. Is it strong?
Yeah, it's strong. A bit strong.
Does it? No. And just along the corridor, there's another Zimbabwean tradition. What's it called?
Yeah, you know how to dance.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Sungura.
Sungula.
Yeah, Sungura.
You're good at this. Hopefully you won't try doing the Sungura near the doors. I don't know what the safety procedures are on Zimbabwean railways, but all the noise you're hearing is all the doors keep literally coming open. See, this one won't shut at all. I've never seen that anywhere in the world. That is so dangerous. Time to retreat to my cabin, but I can't say I'm convinced we'll actually make it to Victoria Falls. It's 6 a.m. on my last morning in southern Africa. I had the worst night. I hardly slept a wink. So this clattering noise. Every time we stopped, I thought we'd broken down. We're going to be stranded in the middle of nowhere. But we keep on going, and hey, the light's up, the sun's up, it's a beautiful morning. We're on our way to Victoria Falls. Look at that sunrise. I take back everything I've said about trains in Zimbabwe. This makes everything worthwhile. And after 8 days and 1,500 miles of travelling across southern Africa, we've arrived. I can't believe that. Victoria Falls Station. I honestly didn't think we'd get it. Oh, here we are, Victoria Falls. Pull away of 451 kilometres, that's what we did last night. Cape Town, 2,651 kilometres. I thought it was a long way. Such a nice, clean, well-kept station. The railway reached Victoria Falls in 1904. And in the same year, a rather special hotel opened. So the hotel, this famous hotel, is just down here. Look at this, a red carpet. Oh, how cool is this? It's weird to think this is actually Zimbabwe, isn't it? Oh, look at these gardens. This does feel a long, long way from the streets of Bulawayo. Oh, this is real colonial Africa. This just gets better and better, this. Morning. Just amazing view. So that great ravine over there, that is the Zambezi River. And then over there, we can see the spray coming up behind those trees. That is Victoria Falls. Also known as Mosi Oa Tunya, the smoke that thunders. It's the world's largest waterfall. And the railway bridge that crosses it was Rhodes' swan song. This bridge is 200 metres across, and it was built in Darlington, Northern England. But they brought it here in 1905 to assemble it, and the final touches had to be done at night, so the metal could cool, contract, and they could actually line up the two ends together. Cecil Rhodes, in one of his very last instructions, said, build a bridge across the Zambezi that when the trains pass, they may feel the spray of the falls. Cecil Rhodes' dream was to build a railway from Cape Town to Cairo. But when he died, so did his dream. This railway that Cecil Rhodes built was built obviously to make money out of gold and diamonds, but also particularly to spread the rule of the British whites across Africa. That didn't really happen. None of the countries the railways travel through are still ruled by the British, and they've all to varying degrees kind of reinvented themselves. Whatever you think of the man, the railway he built is now playing a vital role for the people of southern Africa. And it's given me an unforgettable journey.